Well, guys, the reviews for Spider-Man No Way Home are starting to come out. Now, of course, there's not a whole lot of spoilers right now, but there are the general impressions I am going to go over. And of course, this includes the good, the bad, and the fan service. So as always with these, I'm not going to single out a particular outlet or anything like that, just because some people might get upset and go yell at the people if they said something like, it's the best Spider-Man ever, because they're going to die on the hill that everybody has to agree that Spider-Man 2 is the greatest thing ever. So you get what I'm saying, right? Everybody has their own opinion, so I'm going to go over the general consensus here and talk about what they're talking about. So the good, let's start with that as always. The good is that it seems to be a solid Spider-Man movie. Most of the reviews are rather positive, and they're talking about everything good that's in it, from the action sequences to the characters to, of course, Tom Holland bringing his A-game here. All that seems to be the highlight. The rest of the cast as well gets a lot of praise, which I don't think is surprising to anybody. And the plot, which could be construed as good and bad, depending on how you look at it. There are a few people pointing out that unless you're into this and this is your thing, you might get a little bit lost with what's going on. Specifically, that it leads to the fan service part of the good, the bad, and the fan service. And again, you definitely get the sense that this is made for fans of all the Spider-Man films by reading these reviews. Some of them almost seem to be going on the member berries type of a scenario, where it's so fan servicey that you're just kind of looking at it going, well, did we really need to go that far into it? But again, it's not really a complaint because it seems to land good. It's more of a observation that they're making. So don't take it as a, oh, these people hate it because it's a member berries movie. No, on the opposite side of that, they love it, but it feels very fan servicey. Now, there are a couple bad things to point out as well, such as some dodgy CG. Again, okay, this makes sense. It's a comic book movie. Not everything looks real. So, you know, sometimes it's hard to sell so many things going on, like a giant sand person or a lizard human. That's bound to be somewhat hard to convey in live action since we don't really know what that looks like. But along with that, you also get the sense that maybe there's a little bit of rushing towards one part of a film or another. Again, I don't want to specifically go into the spoilers or anything, and they're trying to very much avoid it as well. But I think if you just kind of look at the film and observe with what might suffer the rush effect, I think you might understand what they're saying here. But the one thing that I do like that seems to be pretty much prominent through all the reviews is the runtime is actually like deserving of how long it goes, and that they do have time to explore some elements that we haven't seen so far, which again I do like, and the ramifications of everything that's led Peter Parker to where he is today. So overall, the reviews are mostly positive. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some negative ones, and some of them that are, you know, calling out many of the problems with the film, which honestly I'm excited to read more of those just to see what some people said about it, because I always like to get both of the sides and kind of see what some person likes or absolutely loves that the other person's going to hate. So in due time, we'll talk more about these, but generally, the first wave of reviews seem to be positive.